Hi everyone. I have nobody with me yet, but I'm gonna make this little short video and I'm having some fun while doing it. And it's dedicated to a special person that full of energy and joy, and she excited to meet new and different peoples, and she's a nurse. And her name is Des. She have a YouTube channel that is Des the Hobo Traveling Nurse. And I've been sewing a little bit, trying to piece together something to put with the quilt. But before I start sewing and go into this some more, I want to give her a little shout out. And it go way back, old school style. So it go a little bit like this. Des, you're so lovable. Des, you're so friendly. Des, you're so nice. You, the hobo traveling nurse. The hobo traveling nurse. I like the energy you bring. I like the things that you think. I like the way you move your hair. I like the fancy clothes you wear. I know you, girl. You got it going on. Dance, oh dance. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. Dance. You so full of energy. You so friendable. Dance, oh dance. The hobo traveling nurse. Keep doing what you're doing. I like what you're doing. That was a little shout out to her. And y'all excuse my bad singing, but I had to do it anyway. Yeah. I watch her show. She be so full of energy, and that just inspired me to get a little cuckoo on here. Yes, it did. I hope you like it, Des. And I have nobody with me at the moment. And then I be singing a lot. I be singing a lot. But I like being friends with somebody that is so exciting and friendable. What she said, friendable. Friendable to talk to, a friendable to be around. Hmm. I got some more friendable peoples too out there. This thing about me getting a bus just got me just going and going and going. I gotta get this bus, y'all. I can just visualize myself sitting on that bus. Oh, excuse me. Sitting on the bus sewing. And I know I won't be just staying in one spot all the time, but for now, it's a start. I'm going on make my video. I know I have some friends that may watch it later, but I'm going to thank y'all in advance for watching my video. Hi, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. How are you today? I'm wonderful. I've been inspired and pumped with energy for watching Des, the Hobo traveling nurse. And she's in the medical field. She's a beautiful person, and I just did a little song for her because she greet all her people with a song. That is so good. Every day I get up, I wake up, I thank God, and then I'm going on Facebook Marketplace looking for a school bus. That's good, meanwhile. You got any blocks or quilts you working on today? I mean, I be sewing every day. I guess it because I can't sit up and sew as long as I used to. I used to sew from sun up to sundown and half of the night. I used to just sew. Ooh, I'm not gonna sew that to the end. Yeah, I'm putting together this to put in the middle of a quilt. And I may use it and I may not use it. Memoir said, I just got back from picking up our dog from groomer, about to go and do some sewing. Oh, that is awesome. That's real awesome. I've been working on this. I ain't bring the top down now. I'm just trying to get it wide enough to cover. Something about this flannel and felt and flannel. I love felt and flannel. If I don't put some of this in the middle of a quilt, oh my goodness. I'm like, the back and the lining is there. They're going to be good. But something like this in the middle just make it extra warmth. It help you. Let me tell you. I need to slow myself down. I'm talking too fast, but it makes your body heat under the cover stay under the cover. And when it cold, it keep you a whole lot warmer. So that's what I'm working on. I need to be doing something else like reorganizing my sewing space. I wouldn't mind painting, which giving me an idea right now. I want to get some of that beautiful aqua blue. I think aqua blue would be beautiful down here. It'll brighten it up and lighten it up and oh yeah. It's just giving me a lot of ideas. I have stuff stored up. Memoir said, I'm gonna try that. So are you using it was a batten? Yes, I use it with some batten. Um I don't know the name, but it's I don't know what it called. 20 something. I use it with some batten. It comes on a roll and I get like 2.5 yards and it be already the width of a quilt. And I put that down first and then I put the felt or the flannel and stuff in there on top of the batting. And then I put the top on and then I try to base everything down with a hand needle. Instead of using pins, I use a hand needle and base everything down because you use that crochet thread. Once you use that cotton crochet thread and you base everything down with it, when you get through quilting, you can go back and snip those threads and pull them out. Memoir says as a batten. Yes, as a batten. Uh, And then I have went into some of the secondhand shops and I will find some taped up and still brand new. And they have like $1.50 on it, or they'll have, depending on how much it is. but I don't think I ever paid more than $5. And I just get it and buy it, and before I know it, I have a big old stack of it. So then I have to go through it and see what's short that I have to cut and trim and add to it to make it wide as I need it. Yeah, I piece it together, and this is what I'm doing here. And you can see this white here. This is some felt. I mean, felt is so wonderful. The way I found out about felt, I had purchased a lot of felt on the boat, and I made my daughter a quilt with it. And I did one of those no binding quilts where I made it like a big old pillowcase that turned out, and the felt was just on the outside. Don't you know she used that through a whole winter, and she begged me to make her another one. She said I didn't have to put nothing but that on my bed, and it kept me warm. And it got me to thinking, if this all it take to keep you warm, I need to put it in more quilts. So I started putting it in more quilts. And I realized it was better because I used to pad my quilts with blankets and stuff. I get this from my mama. She showed me how to pad quilts, and I even can use real raw cotton that has been processed. I can pad a quilt out with that. My mama taught me how to do that as well. And using the felt is a whole lot better. It's a whole lot better. I like making quilts the old style, old way, but and I'm gonna have to do that because at one point I was trying to purchase a bale of cotton. Now the thing about purchasing a bale of cotton is expensive, but not really, because you can pay $500 for a processed bale of cotton, but you can take that bale of cotton and make maybe 50 quilts from it. 50. You make a lot of them from it, and it'll go a long way. You'll make your $500 back plus some. And I know all this. See, people don't even pad out the old way anymore. They just don't do it. But the thing is, you can take some felt, and if you want to use naturally processed cotton, they have a website somewhere where you can just order a roll of batting that is made from natural processed cotton. Um, I was just checking my messages to see had anyone else come in, but that's what I'm working on, and I'm sewing it together. The thing about sewing it together is you sew enough of the seam where you can open that seam up. Open the seam up and just rub it down. Or if you think it's gonna be a problem getting in the way, you can get you some glue sticks, which I had went to the Dollar Tree, and these you can get these in a pack like this at the Dollar Tree. They're glue sticks, and $1, and you get all of these. And you take one of the glue sticks, you can rub a little on each side of your seam underneath the back, and take your iron, and when you press, that seam gonna stay there. It's not gonna move. It's not gonna move at all. So right now, I'm just in the putting it together stage. And when I move on to ironing it out so my seams won't be bulky, where no matter what I put it on, it'll nest. And when I'm quilting, the needle will just go through it with no problem. Let's see. Memoir said, found it in my studio, starting with Eric Oda challenge block. Oh, I gotta catch up on them. I ain't made one yet. I want to participate and do it, and I'm gonna have to catch up on that one myself. And it shouldn't be no problem, because once I start sewing, it's like I can cut out my kits for each block and just put them aside. And when I start sewing and sit down, I have my blocks where I can just fix one block and go to the next one. Um, I guess when it get up to about 10 blocks or so, maybe, I probably start going, cut them out, get them started. Mm, yeah. I was just looking at something I made a few years back and I put it in a picture frame. Let me grab this. I put it in a picture frame. They got a little. It's a pinwheel block. Let's see, hold it like that. I have to kind of tilt it so you can get the colors in it. But that's a nice block. I probably need to starch it and iron it and reframe it. I got to keep up with my wall decoration. But that's all I was doing a little singing. And it was another song that was staying on my mind. And I said, I ain't going to sing the whole song. I be riding down the street just a singing and driving. And I be like, maybe I ought to put a little bit on my YouTube channel. And it started off. I don't even know how the full song go. I just know I love the song. And it be, Father, can you hear me? I need your love today. Father, I know you're listening to so much heartache and pain, but I'm ready for your power. The victory we will gain. Father, can you hear me now? I love that song. I don't know the exact way it go, but I sing it like that because I said he know my heart. He know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, thank you, thank you. And that's what all the fuss about this morning. I was dedicating this video to Des, the hobo traveling nurse. And I was just saying a good hello to her on my channel because she is very fun and energetic to listen to or be around. And you will get a lot of laughs. A lot of laughs. The real Des, the hobo traveling nurse. And meanwhile, you say I got some pipes. I don't know. I leave that to y'all to decide because my kids done told me so many times, Mama, don't sing. They done heard me sing growing up. And now they just don't want to hear me sing because I think my voice is a little sharp, like soprano comes in and they be like, Mama, you be up there, and they be, excuse me, y'all. But yeah, I get very loud and I be singing, the whole neighborhood can hear me sing. I went outside one morning before day and I was singing and all I could hear the dogs doing was whoop, whoop, whoop. I said, I guess the dog's trying to tell me to shut up too. But yeah, I love to sing. It might not sound good all the time, but I love to sing. And I want to use that before God take it away. Let me see, has anyone else come in? Memoir, thank you for joining me this morning. If there's anybody else on here that is joining me this morning and you're not a subscriber, do like my channel. Give me the thumbs up. It looked like this, y'all. And if you like anything that I put on here, do subscribe. Become a subscriber to my channel. I appreciate you. Memoir saying singing, especially when it's to the Lord, he bring glorified. So it's good to me. Yes, it's good to me too. I think that's what kind of helps me every day, because you can choose to handle a situation or a problem or a sickness or a body ailment. You can choose to handle that in any way you choose to, But for me, I choose to sing and praise God through it, because I tell my kids, I said, it's somebody didn't wake up this morning. It's somebody didn't get to see their family and say, I love you this morning. I said, my aches and pain let me know that I'm still here. I'm still here where I can say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this. And it was another song I used to be singing on. He said, oh, I'll get it in a minute. My memory be messing up since I had COVID. But I just got a part of it on my mind. Said, it's not Buddha nor Muhammad. It's Jesus, I cry out loud. Father, please forgive us and hear us when we pray. Forgive, 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 forgive. And that's one thing you have to learn on this planet, how to forgive others. No matter what they have done to you and no matter how they have hurt you, when you forgive them, you take back your power, because they have done something to you that has taken your power away, where you want to go off and flip off on them or beat them up or shoot them or cut them or whatever. Take back your power and forgive them and let them go head on. They'll be sorry themselves that they made that mistake towards you. Yes, yes. I'm not going to stay on long. I don't see a timer on here. Yes, I do. I'm putting this together. My daughter is coming over. She gonna barbecue today. And the longer I stay in this basement, the longest things will be procrastinated. Yeah. Then sometime I be sitting up silly talking. You know how you be trying to mock somebody else or talk like somebody else. I do that too sometimes. Be like, girl, what you talking about? You better, what you talking about, Willis? I use that on my grandchildren. Then they gonna be laughing. Grandma, what you doing? Oh, hey Lisa, I'm so glad you can join us this morning. Lisa said forgiveness is healing. Yes, it is. It is healing. And that's the very start of the healing process. When you learn to forgive somebody for what they have done to you or towards you that has caused you pain. And I had to learn that. I learned that through life. And once you learn that, your marriage become better. It become greater, because you done reach the point to where it's like you care, but you don't care. As people said, oh, I know about that. I don't care. They care. It's just the fact of they accept it. And once you accept something, that means you forgiven. You willing to forgive and let God handle it, because when God handle it, ain't no mistake gonna be made. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Checking my messages again. Um, I should have been singing to y'all. Good morning, Lisa Peck. I'm so glad you're here today. Good morning, memoir of a long quitter. I'm so glad you can join me. I'm having fun this morning, y'all. I am having so much fun this morning doing this. And it might seem a little cray-cray to a whole lot of people, but it's a laugh. It's a good way to start the morning off with a laugh or smile. Yes, yes, yes. I've been sewing, and if I don't have fun, I'll be cooped up in this house all day and all night working on the projects I'm working on. As y'all might know, I've been practicing on the bump back feathers. They're not perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect, but I'm trying to teach myself where I can do them on a machine like this. It's a portable machine. Oh, Memoir said, love it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just happy to be here this morning. Hope I encourage somebody or inspire them to forgive, be happy, let go, sing, because I have a lot of ache. I have arthritis and I have gout. And I be in a lot of pain all the time. It don't never go away. Sometimes it be worse, stronger, where I can't get out the bed, and some days I can get out the bed and go on about my day. So I just praise and thank God for allowing me to be able to move about, to go. I still drive. I still can kind of do a little something for myself, even though some days I can't. And I have never really told too many people about my situation, but there's time I can't even cook me something to eat. I have to order out or get DoorDash to come set it up, bring it to my front door. And it's a it's just a place to be in. During my time of going through a situation like that, it helped me meditate and think on other things and think about, think about other people and some of the things they're going through. I watched a video of Jean True Love, and her and her family recently experienced a tornado, and I almost just broke down and started crying because I can sympathize with her. I went through many floods, Mississippi flooding and stuff, and right now my house is in need of repair because FEMA came in to try to help. But the little money that they gave me was not enough money to repair my house. And my daughter had a house next door. They didn't give her anything. And I knew from that, I can't let my daughter and my grandchildren be outdoors. I can't let them just go through something and I got a little change that I can't use to fix my house with. So I just took it and said, well, we just go. And we landed here in Indiana. So we living here in Indiana now. They have a nice house to live in, a roof over their head, the kids going to school. Even my daughter and my son-in-law have nice jobs. They wouldn't have had that back in Mississippi. It's not possible. They would not have it. And I'm in a pretty decent house myself, but I miss my house that I have in Mississippi that I own. Only thing I have to pay on that is property taxes. And I feel kind of sick to my stomach because I want to be at home, which is not really nothing to do but sew, clean up and cut grass, mow the yard and all that kind of stuff. But that's home. Let me check my messages. Lisa Pegg says, getting ready to use MSQC's pattern for dog scarves. What? I wouldn't mind trying that dog scarf pattern. I have a friend trying to make those, and she don't know what fabric to use. Memoir says, oh, wow. Yeah, I done been through a lot, so much. I went through the first house I was living in my mom's house, and her house burnt down due to faulty electricity work or something. It just burnt down to the ground. I was gone. We was gone. We had to be in town that day because we was living in the country, and it burned all the way down to the ground before I could get back home. So we moved into the next house, which it was two houses down there, my mom house and my auntie house. So we moved into my auntie house, and that's the house I was living in when the flood came. And the first flood came, was it 2019? Where they let so much water come in. I had about 7 or 8 feet of water inside my house. So everything had to be torn out and redone from the ceiling down. Everything had to be ripped out. The studs was washed down and pressure washed and mold and mildew treated. The floors was redone. Everything was redone except I kept my windows, and they was cleaned and put back. It was a lot. I mean, the stress and the pressure you go through with floods and stuff. I lost a lot of furniture and clothes, and I had nice outfits hanging up, got wet and stuff. I just had to let it go. Yeah. The person that come out to do the examination on my house for the FEMA process, he was a tough bullet. I still got his name and phone number in my phone. I won't delete it because I feel like that I should have received a little bit more where I could fix my home. I said, if I could have fixed my home, I would have let my daughter and son-in-law and their child move in with me. Them and the kids could have moved in with me because I'm not going to let them stay outdoors. I'm not going to let them live in a house full of mold. I got a sister-in-law that passed away from living in a house with mold in it. Memoir says, I'm sorry that you have been through all of that. Thank you, Memoir. I appreciate it. But you know, it is true, they say what don't kill you will make you stronger. And I feel stronger from behind it. And I have a drive to now where if I can work up enough funds or somebody donate me a school bus or I get a school bus, I want a kind of long school bus because I'm going to move onto a school bus. The cost of living is ridiculous. And I find myself struggling at times trying to keep up. But that's okay. Because what don't kill you will make you stronger. Let me see. Lisa Pegg said, Ellen, I cannot imagine going through all that. You are a strong woman. Thank you, Lisa. But the thought you having of me being a strong woman is not of me. It's the strength of God that is within me that keeps me. I have to give God all the credit for all I do and go through, because there was a point in time where I couldn't even see good. I done had surgery on both of my eyes, and I have implants in my eyes. And the area I was living in got a little creek behind it. It's kind of creek behind it and a little river run through the property and stuff. But I had a lot of poisonous snakes that would come up in the yard or be in the yard, and water moccasin. Everybody know a water moccasin is poison. And I couldn't see them. I couldn't even see them. It would always be somebody else there for me to be my eyes. Let me check my messages. Memoir of a Long Arm Quilter said, have you considered a tiny house? Yes, on the school bus. And Lisa Peg said, these scarves are just quilting cotton and a strength of God. Amen. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But yes, the tiny house, that's what the school bus gonna be for me, a tiny house. I have already purchased a little stove with the oven on it. It's a camper stove. And I have a little camper barbecue grill, small thing, run off of gas. You can cook on it too. And I have a cabinet because I thought about putting it in the back of my van. I have a minivan as well. So, and I have a white, what they call it van? Cargo van. I have a Chevrolet Astro cargo van, but neither one of those is big enough for me to live in and have my quilting stuff with me as well. So that's why I was preferring a bus, because if I had a bus, I can have a place to sleep, a place to eat, a place to use the bathroom. I'm old school. I know how to work it. I know how to take a bath on the bus. I know how to do a lot. And I thank God for it. I just thank God for it. And I thank him. I know how to cook on a fire. I remember I was cleaning my house up from a flood once, and I had no electricity and I had no gas. This was right behind the big flood, I think, of 2019 or 2020, whichever one that had that big flood where the town of Vicksburg, Mississippi flooded and had a lot of water. That's the flood. I got flooded. I had like 7 or 8 feet of water inside my home. And I was going back, cleaning out the house, getting the stuff out of there, because long as it's set in a hot house, the more mold and stuff, it will accumulate. So we was getting that out the house, and I had left food in the house too, canned goods. I got me some potatoes, red potatoes. I started me a fire outside. I had got some ground beef. I actually cooked meatloaf on a fire. But what I did was I went on, seasoned my meat, added everything into my meat and worked it how it's supposed to be in. And I grabbed chunks and I put it into a patty, but then I shaped it into a slice of the meatloaf. And then once I got enough did like that, I put them in the skillet over the fire and I fried them. I flip them to the other side, and I fried the other side. I did them till I got them all done. I took my potatoes and I oiled the skin on my potatoes. And I put them inside some aluminum foil and just wrapped them and put them in the fire. You put them in the fire and let them stay in there a good 30, 40 minutes. You got baked potato. Baked potatoes. Once I got through cooking, my oldest daughter, she was pregnant at the time. Her and my next to the oldest daughter was staying in the mobile home next door to me, and they didn't have power or anything. But when I got through cooking and I took some food inside their house, she was like, "Oh my God, Mama, you done cooked." I said, "Yeah, I got hungry." She said, "Mama, I'm so hungry. May I have some of your food, please?" I said, "Baby, that's what I brought it in the house for." It's a lot you can do. When push come to shove, you just got to be willing to do it. Check my messages again. Memoir says, my friend is setting up her van to live in. She has talked about it for years, and her dream is coming to pass soon. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet, because I thought about doing the same thing. And actually, I do have some stuff in my minivan, but I've been thinking of so many different ways. I want it to look nice. I want it to be comfortable. If I have to tie one van to the other one, drive one and pull the other one, then I probably could make it work. But you have to also think of the summertime, it's going to be hot. Wintertime, it's going to be cold. So the things I would be able to do during the summer, I can't do it during the winter. And I'm up in age too. So I have to consider all of everything, even my health condition. You have to consider that, because if you don't count for it, you're gonna count for it later. And that's why a school bus would be better for me. A school bus, I will have more space on it. I'll be able to sew. I'm also qualified and equipped to use a wooden stove or a wooden heater. I know how to do that. I was raised going to the woods and chopping wood and um, busting wood and stuff on the yard and stuff, taking it in the house or stacking it on the carport for my mom and my dad, because they was up in the age. I tried to lessen the burden much as I can on them. Check my messages again. Okay. But I have worked hard all my life. All my life. And I don't regret a bit of it, because it taught me in life, when I want something, to work towards it, to put forward an effort. Don't just have a dream and just let it lay in the sea of forgetfulness. So I'm trying to put forward this dream. I need that bus. And I had already claimed, okay, I want the long bus with the flat nose front, and I know it's long. And I said, if I could drive a tractor, I can drive that bus. So I'm not really worried about will I be able to drive it, because I'll be able to drive it. If I can't drive it, one of my daughters can drive it. She has CDLs. So she can teach me how to drive it. And I can get my CDLs to drive my bus, drive my little house around. It's just such in my heart. I want it so bad. That way, if I have a problem about where can I park it or where can I go, I can drive all the way back to Mississippi to my home, park on the property there, and live. And live, y'all. It's more difficult to live when I'm saying like that, you on a fixed income, and then they want like $750 for rent every month. Then you got a light bill coming in. The light bill is like $300 or $340 something a month. And then you don't have to worry about the water, the sewage, or the garbage. They'll take care of that. But between the gas, the lights, and the rent, I'm underqualified to live in a sticks and brick. I'm underqualified. So that's why I need this bus. I pray that I can get one before I get kicked out. I don't want to get kicked out. I don't want that on my record. So I'm working on these quilts, hoping I can just create and God send the miracle. That's my dream. And I'm sorry if I'm ranting on here this morning, y'all. I wasn't intending to rant, but let me get off of YouTube. Thank y'all for watching me. I love y'all and appreciate y'all being here and supporting to listen to me. And a lot of time I tell my friends and younger adults that's coming up, especially young women, that life is only what you create it to be. And what that means is the things that you allow in your life and the things that you accept in your life that you say I'm okay with and you can live with it, that's what you should expect to get back out of it. So if you expect more and want more and dream more, then you're going to be willing to do more to get it. So that's where I'm at. I'm willing to do what I can to get what I need. And I know the road is rough. The road is rough. But you have to always repeat in the back of your mind that thing that don't kill you will make you stronger. Check my messages. Memoir says, had fun listening to your dreams and singing. Thank you, Memoir of a Long Arm Quilter. Lisa Pegg says, have a wonderful, blessed day, Ellen and Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. I'm trying to see that you comment. But hi, I'm glad y'all could join me. Do have a blessed day. I end the video now. Bye. Okay.